Hey y'all, this is Anna Alexander. Welcome back to the basement as we are heading back to the ranch for Yellowstone Season 5, Episode 3. And being governor is just as fun as John expected. I don't know how he's going to survive the next 4 years. We have a new player on the field with Sarah Addison, who is probably rightfully so targeted Jamie as the weakest link in the Dutton infrastructure. And Carter has learned a very tough lesson on animal husbandry on the ranch. Holy crap. Where are we going next? Corporate fighting begins. Oh, the wolves. The wolves. The wolves. Wow, it's been longer since I've been at the show than I thought I had been here. Okay, but I'm ready to go, and I'm sure you are as well. So we're gonna get under the big cozy blanket. I'm still out of Yellowstone bourbon, so tonight I made Lynchburg lemonade. My goodness, this is tasty. I hope you have your favorite snack and beverage as well. And you're gonna remember, a full episode watch along is available on Patreon. All the links to everything are down in the description below. Thanks for being here, y'all, and let's get to it. Okay, so we're in the past. I was wondering, are we past, present, or future? We are in the past. And why does Rip look like he was just in a fight? Oh, two of them. Or was that the same one, just really ripped apart? Oh, is it more than two?
Dang dogs.
Don't know how they got here so quick. Just released them in the spring.
100 miles from here. I don't think it's a wolf.
Is it a man posing as a wolf?
The wolves you released ain't even the ones that used to be here. You brought them in from fucking Canada.
And we sought out wolves from regions with no livestock depredation.
You know why? Because there ain't no livestock in the forest of Alberta. And by God, there's depredation now.
Oh, so they're going all over, all over.
We do not have a single confirmed livestock killed by wolves.
Is John gonna bring one in or two in on a pulley? Oh.
What'd I miss?
Go panic over the big bad wolf when there is no such thing. Big bad wolf's a fairy tale.
Bring it in.
It looks like the fairy tale is coming true.
You have any proof?
My word is my proof.
I know he has pictures. They have cameras at this time. They could have taken a photo.
If you can't protect us like you promised, then they will be forced to take matters in their own hands. They'll have no choice.
Killing an endangered species is a felony, John.
You don't know me well enough to call me John. It's Commissioner Dutton.
So John was commissioner for a good chunk of time. I'm ruminating over the whole nighttime incident. If John wasn't governor, would Rip and the gang been more inclined to involve John and said, hey, wildlife, whomever, your wolves weren't where they were supposed to be. It's late at night. We're protecting our cattle. We couldn't see the collars. We'll pay a fine type of a thing. Or because John was governor, they didn't want anybody to find out anything, so they made it worse, is what I wonder. Because I'm sure killing a protected wolf in the nighttime when it's in your property, eating your cattle has happened. I'm sure it's happened before. Has to have. The law of averages has had to have happened before.
You're up early.
Yeah, I gotta go to Salt Lake.
What's in Salt Lake?
My fake companies.
Loose ends, baby.
And Schwarzenmeyer. What does happen to Schwarzenmeyer?
You're up early.
Shrewd observers, the men in my family. Yes, I am up early.
Evenings are for forgetting, but in the morning, I can remember.
Remember what?
There's some memories fathers shouldn't share with their children.
I think I've told you about everything. Oh, I told you about my first threesome.
You what?
That was one of those things he purposefully forgot.
Never mind.
Let's think about your mother. She was a magnificent woman. I wish she could have lived long enough for you to recognize that, to know it. Know how much she loved you.
In her own way.
You know, Dad, you can love a memory all you want, but it can't love you back. Find someone that you can love while you're still young enough to do it. You know, her memory is not going anywhere.
Is Beth gonna take that same advice?
Hey, it's your big day.
Is this the big 7-0?
Does this look like the face of a 70-year-old man?
To me, yes.
Kinda.
Do you need a towel?
Makes you fucking privacy. Will you some bitches just give me some time in here by myself?
Well, well, well. Look who's back in town. So,
Happy birthday, Lloyd.
have a barrel racer for breakfast, I see.
Not the place, y'all.
Happy birthday, right?
Not the place. I have bad feelings about Lloyd. Lloyd's gonna die on his birthday. Oh gosh, please let Carter be okay.
Of course he likes it. You're feeding him. He thinks you're his mama.
What about when he gets older?
We'll use him to practice roping or babysit next to his bottle caps. Orphans don't get shipped off around here, Carter.
I hope so.
Saddle something you think you can ride, right?
I'm going out today.
Gotta get back on the horse.
I'm gonna make a cowboy out of you. You're going out every day.
Morning.
Morning. Can I help you?
GPS shows the animal was on a portion of your ranch for roughly 3 days before.
Seen any wolves around lately?
We don't see him very often.
You calving?
We finished last month.
We haven't found the wolves, just the collar.
Strapped to a log.
Sounds like poachers.
Sure does. Care to ride with us?
Yes, please.
No, I got work to do.
I would ride with him.
It sounded like a question, but it isn't.
Just give me a minute.
Now, was the log the best thing to put the collar on? Or is there something else that would have floated better?
You will need a four-legged to take him on the journey.
The journey?
Gosh, Kayce had to go on another quest.
Your son's spirit needs a horse spirit to carry him to the other side.
So you want me to kill a horse?
Won't have to. God will have his horse ready when your son's ready. Tomorrow's the 4th day. Ceremony should be tomorrow.
I need to ask a favor. I don't do this for me. I do it for my father, and every time I do this job, something bad happens. I'm choosing, and I don't choose this.
It's a good choice. What's the favor?
Yeah, what's the favor?
I need a job.
I call BIA on your behalf, and you're not policing for my people. You're policing my people. I'd rather you keep the job you've got.
Ooh.
Your brother could appoint you an investigator. We haven't had a state investigator here in decades.
How is that different than the livestock commissioner? Just different. He's just policing different things. So how would that be different? "Quote unquote" safer? Because him going after those cattle, the horses that were stolen, had nothing to do with Monica.
Let her grieve.
Oh, that's a trauma haircut on the extreme scale.
You got served.
Of course I did.
The attorneys are in your office.
What attorneys?
The ones suing the state.
You let them into his office unattended.
You do realize we have a waiting area right over there.
I didn't think you'd want every state assemblyman walking by them on their way to the assembly.
Then doesn't he have another office, like a non-office office, where people don't have access to his computer that's already up?
You bring me some coffee? No, just one cup.
love what you've done here.
Upon first glance.
Strong wording.
Upon first glance.
Lease with prejudice. So now we're just making up judicial authorities?
Just take it down.
Plan under their jurisdiction.
None of this matters, Ellis. Your zoning request was denied.
Plan was to incorporate.
Well, it looks like you put the cart in front of the horse, counselor.
You fucking promised and you took millions in lease payments.
You have no case, and you know it.
Isn't this something that he should probably...
I believe the legal term for that is battery, by the way.
It was an accident.
We won't be pressing charges.
Jamie, now is not the time to be cocky or arrogant. Hello. We haven't met.
I think the meeting is over.
I suppose I made the same mistake coming out here. Middle of nowhere, expecting to find attorneys without sophistication. But you're pretty good.
She's using flattery.
Every business under construction or planning construction will have to cease operations until every single permit is approved. Business doesn't work like that. Not to mention the billions a year in tax revenue you just hurled out the window. Montana doesn't charge a sales tax.
Yet.
I'm here to find a soft landing. But you don't find those in a courtroom. But you do find those over dinner. How busy are you tomorrow night?
Just say you're busy, Jamie.
Have you heard of the Deerfield Club?
We've heard of it, right? I don't know about Montana, but the city where I work, things that get done without permits being filed always end up fucked up beyond belief.
What you doing?
Oh, trying to convince myself to be good at a job I don't want. Trust what's good for Montana's good for our family.
Well, I guess it depends on which Montana you're talking about.
Monica.
Needs a counselor or something fierce.
She wants a traditional service.
Whatever she wants. You give it, son.
You mean that?
Of course I mean it.
Well then.
I wonder who John Dutton will appoint to replace him. It was pretty
Yeah.
handy having a livestock commissioner who was on our side.
Wonder too.
Well, he hasn't reached out.
Ooh, would he reach out to the res? Why
I think
don't
he
you reach
achieved
out
his four-year
first?
agenda when he killed the airport project.
Well, then he should resign. The state needs a leader.
Would Thomas ever run for governor? Oh, that's an idea.
They hang around the fort, see what they give us away. Jobs you can't get, and the future.
Who's protesting Thomas?
The only one who will make money with rainwater is white people and Rainwater himself.
Who's this kid? And how come your casinos are empty? Probably because there's a protest out front.
He doesn't have a permit to speak in front of the casino. We can remove him.
You mean we could martyr him?
And who is him? And does he belong to you?
Club soda. But you go on and make sure.
What does she want? What is her goal? What is her purpose?
Why would you plow this?
To plant hay.
They held up here during the day, then gathered here at night. Behavior consistent with feeding.
I don't see much to eat around here.
Oh, Rip, how much can you hide it?
We're gonna follow their path.
Okay.
Well, be my guest. This is as far as I go. I hope you two are pretty handy before you get to that mountain. It's killed some damn good cowboys.
We can fly it in a chopper.
Now you're thinking.
Did they miss tracks? Did they miss tracks?
Mountain air suits you, Beth. Typically, when things seem too good to be true, I reject the prop.
She's selling Schwarzenmeyer?
There's a rattlesnake somewhere in this deal, Beth. Care to point it out?
Would she? Would she have done that before?
Can we have some privacy? Emmy is going to sue me, and that my severance should be nullified by me violating their company's NDA. Therefore, the ownership agreement for Schwartz and Meyer should also be nullified. Then they're going to sue the state for breach of contract.
All those things seem likely.
No shit.
I think they're already in motion.
Market Equities is your largest competitor, right? Oh. Don't you want to fuck them over just a little bit?
Maybe more than a little.
I want to fuck them over a lot.
I still control this place, so I can still sell it. It's another $2 billion off their balance sheet, and that is how CEOs get fired. Where's the rattlesnake in the deal? I am the rattlesnake, but you're not who I'm gonna bite.
As my dad says, tax the bastards. This is why you tax them. It's just money shuffling from ledger to ledger. And she's back home. How far is Salt Lake City from that part of Montana? It seems creepy. Something seems eerily quiet.
We need to celebrate.
Now what are we celebrating?
I really fucked somebody over today, and it felt great.
Celebrating Lloyd's birthday in the bunkhouse.
You're not going anywhere near the bunkhouse.
A party? That sounds perfect.
God, please let Lloyd celebrate his birthday in peace. Please let him celebrate his birthday.
In a landmark acquisition, Burson International has purchased investment firm Schwartz and Meyer.
She placed all Schwartz and Meyer land in a conservation easement.
Can she do that?
She can, and she did. The board is asking that you return to New York.
Of course they are.
Mm-hmm.
New York would like to drop the suit.
Bam, like
They
that.
don't want to throw good money after bad.
Find a way to ruin this family, Ellis. Starting with her.
You all picked the fight. You all picked the fight. You knew. You knew.
Well, what about Sarah? Should she stand down?
There are no rules for Sarah.
This is what you call fuck around and find out.
Turn her loose.
Didn't they not turn her loose? This is one of those, what? They couldn't have been bought? Their land meant something to them? Huh? Moments. You watch this family get hit by a bunch of mercenaries and survive.
Is this how you celebrate a birthday?
Yes. All right, here's the river.
It's a pretty big birthday.
And we.
Birthday boy!
That would be called the dead man's hand.
Which is appropriate considering his age.
Hey, why don't we go to a bar in Bozeman?
That's terrible.
No. No.
You take fake cowboys and you put them with real cowboys in a fucking bar, and there's gonna be fighting, and we don't need
And
fighting.
Lloyd dies on his birthday.
Well, we'll be home before midnight. Nothing bad happens before midnight. Okay?
Beth, I said no.
Oh, you said no, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that settles it. I'm buying board.
Someone's dying. Someone's dying.
I'll see you later, baby.
Someone is dying.
I'm gonna force your ass to have fun tonight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Someone's dying. Someone's dying. That's how this show rolls. Oh, it's what's her name? Inauguration girl singing. Who apparently is a real singer. Thank you for letting me know. I mean, as in has albums and whatnot.
Start with a dozen whiskey shots and a dozen beers.
What a special on tequila shots.
Do I look like I'm on spring break? Whiskey.
Crown. He's doing crown shots. Crown's fine.
This is a terrible idea.
I guess.
Awful.
She's working, Ryan. Let her finish working. Should they be able to go out to a bar with their friends and have a good time? Yes, they should. But this is Yellowstone. That's not how these things go down.
I got about a half hour left of me of this shit.
Telling me.
Oh, no.
Hey, who it is?
Who is it?
Bar M, no? Take that whiskey and run it down to that cowboy, please. One question, what are you doing here?
Wife want to go dancing. I told her she dropped 3 Forks. This place, I remember every ass in the bar still belonged to a cowboy.
Well, that was a long time ago.
It sure as hell was. Thanks for the whiskey part.
Good seeing you.
Yep.
I'm so tense.
Aren't you a tall drink of water?
Pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin.
Me too.
Pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin.
He's in Sacramento. Where's your wife?
My wife is standing right over there, staring at you.
I'll handle this.
Don't do that now.
Don't do that now. Don't do that now. Go grab her now.
Hey, Lloyd. We're done. Enough.
Chief of Staff for the Governor of Montana, y'all. Wow, that went out of control right quickly. Oh God, Beth! Will she still continue to be Chief of Staff for the Governor of Montana after this? Oh, this dude! I forgot! This is the new sheriff.
Decided to come to town and toss the entire bar, I see.
You put your hands on my wife, and you get the horn.
The fucking bouncers had her in a chokehold.
I forgot about this guy. He kind of disappeared for most of the last season. Beth just cannot get out of her own way, can she?
You and the rest can go. But she hit that girl in the head with a bottle.
Come on now.
That is aggravated assault.
Is she even gonna fucking press charges?
Bet your fucking ass I'm pressing charges.
You know this is gonna be a real problem for you, right, Sheriff?
Problem of her own making.
It's your problem now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, he'll say okay. Well, at least Lloyd didn't die on his birthday, even after having the dead man's hand. Beth will never be able to get out of her own way, can she? They probably would have had an okay time if she wasn't there with them. Personally, me. Okay, well, I can't say personally me. It's like if I knew what my dad had to do, he'd trust me with a very high-profile job. And they got all these other things rolling that I'm trying to fuck up. Deals swirling, land to protect, land to move, people to fire. Swinging my dick and getting arrested would not be on my list to do. I'd be a little bit more careful. And if someone was hitting on my fella, I don't know why I'm talking this way, but if someone was hitting on my man, I'd make my point, but not with a bottle, because I'm highly aware my dad is governor. I'm in a high-profile position. I cannot bring that attention. But that's Beth. Beth is going to dig her own grave. Will Jamie get her out of it? I don't think he will. And she should be arrested. She hit a woman in the head with a bottle. That was unnecessary. That type of behavior, you should be arrested. Sheriff's doing his job. Sheriff's doing his job. Sheriff we haven't seen in a while. Thomas is facing a fight within the reservation. And is Miss Market Equities, is she done? Really, that whole airport and the whole market equity things, I could do without it. I like better the stories and the dynamics about what is happening in the ranch and within Montana. Those are the parts I've always enjoyed. Still the parts that I enjoy. Is the wolf situation done? I don't think so. Especially since we keep getting pulled back into the past with things being pulled forward. So where do we go? I got Sarah Addison. She's getting paid to do what exactly? Have market equities get their way, but there's going to be a new CEO. So what does that CEO want? And is she still involved? Oh, there's lots of weird things. Weird things that I don't know if I care about. But there we go. Yellowstone, episode 3. Lots more of the season to go. I want you back with me for those stories because this show is wackadoo. And it's really fun to share wackadoo things with other people. So in the meantime, before you come back, take care of yourselves. As always, this is your daily or my reminder for you. If you haven't already, go eat something. And if you also haven't in a while, stand up, walk around your living room, stretch your body, and then come back and watch the next video in the queue. So thanks again, you all, and until next time.